Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I am Kim. This will be a short, slow flow Vinyasa practice today. Apologies that I haven't posted anything in a while. Things have been hectic, holiday season, everything's been busy, but hope to get back at it for you guys. This will be a short practice to open up through the back body and the front body and get some movement going on. So please join me. Bring yourself to your mat, find a comfortable seat. You can take a moment to arrive, maybe bring palms together at the heart. If it feels okay for you, you can close your eyes or find a soft and steady gaze. And then just take a moment to land. And check in with yourself and notice how you feel today. Letting go of judgment, instead just becoming curious about anything that's going on, any sensations in your body, any feelings, emotions that you might be dealing with. Notice how your breath feels, how your energy feels today. I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you so choose, to carry that intention off of the mat out into the world with you. And then you can begin to flutter eyes open, release hands down, and find your way down onto your back. You may want a couple blocks for this practice, so you can just grab those and have them ready. We'll use them in a little bit. But we'll find our way down onto our back, coming into a hook lying position. So knees are bent, knees pointing up towards ceiling. The knees are about hip width distance, and heels lined up underneath the knees. Then we'll take arms down alongside the body. You can turn the palms up or down. Just move through a few sets of pelvic rocking. As you inhale, tilt the tail down towards the mat. You'll feel the back begin to lift up, arch off the mat. And as you exhale, you press the low back down towards the mat and tilt the tailbone up. Find the sort of scooping, hollowing through the front of the body. And then continue a few more times, inhaling as you tilt the tail down. Find that lift through the back. And with your exhale, you tilt the tail up. And press the back down towards the mat. Couple more times here. Nice and easy. Just finding some movement, lubrication through the spine. And then bringing yourself back into a neutral position. And now we'll lift the back up off of the mat. So find that arch through the back. And now for a count of 10, slowly begin to lower your back down towards the mat, bringing your spine back into neutral position. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You come back to neutral spine. We'll do that a couple more times. So it's a very subtle and small movement, not too big. So arch the back, find that arch through the back. Back lifts up off of the mat. And then we lower back to our neutral spine position for a count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift everything. Low back lifts off the mat. Tailbone tilts down. And then lower slowly, count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, Take your hands down alongside the body, press the palms down. We'll lift the hips up. So coming into a little bridge, not a big bridge, definitely not your biggest bridge. And then we'll lower down from here for a count of 10, lowering the back and the hips and the sacrum down to the mat. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back to the mat you come. And let's do that one 2 more times. Just find some release through our back body. So lift the hips up, find this little bridge, and then for count of 10, you lower down towards the mat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to that neutral spine position, and let's do that one more time. Press into the feet, lift the hips up, and then we slowly lower it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing everything back down to the mat. Now draw knees into the chest, inner edges of feet together, inner legs together, hands to knees or shins. Roll your knees around in a few little circles, little low back massage. And then switch the direction of your circles. And then bring yourself to center. And now either rock and roll yourself up into a seated position or roll over to one side and press yourself up, whatever works for you. And then we'll take the hands forward and step the feet back. Tuck your toes under, hug the heels in towards each other, and begin to walk your hands back towards the legs. And keep the hands down on the mat or begin to walk hands up onto thighs, coming into broken toe pose. Heels hug in, finding this opening through the bottoms of the feet. And then we'll take hands down to the mat, untuck the toes. Come back to sit on the heels for a moment. Let's take the hands forward again. Tuck the toes under, hug the heels in. Walk your hands back, either back towards the legs or maybe up onto the thighs. Keep hugging in through the heels. And then we bring the hands back down to the mat, untuck toes, come back to sit on heels. We'll just do that one more time, finding that nice opening release through the bottom of the feet. So tuck toes under, heels hug in, spread the toes, and then walk your hands back either towards the legs or up onto thighs. And then let's take the hands forward, untuck the toes, find your way down onto your belly. And then let's bring hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart. Lift the gaze, baby cobra, elbows hug in. Exhale, release yourself back down. With your next inhalation, again, lift the heart, hug elbows in, press down through tops of feet, down through pubic bone, and lower yourself down. Let's do that again. Press into the fingers, into the pubic bone, into the feet, lift up, keep it here, or if it feels okay for you, you can begin to press into the hands and lift the heart up a little bit higher, coming into a full cobra. Can keep a bend in the elbows or straighten the arms, whatever feels best for you. And you can stay here at center or peek over towards that right hip. Bring yourself back through center and peek over towards that left hip. Bring yourself back to center, peeking over towards the right hip again. Come back through center, peek over towards the left hip. Bring it back to center, over to the right again. Come back through center, and then peek over towards the left hip one more time. Bring yourself back to center, and release yourself down. Draw your feet in towards your bum. press into your hands, lift yourself up and send your bum back to your heels. Let's come through child's pose. You can come up onto finger pads. Arms can be extended out in front of you, or if you like for a moment, bring the arms alongside feet and shins, finding a relaxed child's pose. And then let's walk the hands forward. Bring yourself into table. And then tuck toes under. Press your hips up and back. Downward dog. You can start with a big or little bend in the knees and find some movement, pedaling legs, bending, straightening knees, rocking yourself side to side or back and forth. And then bring yourself to center, crouch yourself down, tiger dog, and then glide hips up into downward dog. Bend the knees, crouch down. This time when you send hips up, send right leg up with you, three-legged dog. You can point and flex that right foot. Maybe roll that right ankle around in a few little circles. And then release right foot down to the mat. Bend the knees, crouch down. Send left leg up, three-legged dog. Same thing on this side. Point the toes, flex the ankle. Point, flex, point, flex. Maybe roll ankle around. And then release that left foot down to the mat. And then slowly walk yourself up, top of the mat. Let's find a forward fold. For a moment, lift your belly up off of your thighs. Hinge from hips. Bigger little bend in the knees. Belly comes back to thighs. Let the hands go down to the mat or grab elbows. Shake, nod your head. Give yourself a little rock, a little sway, side to side. And then bring yourself to center. Hands to hips, press into the feet. Come all the way up to stand, and let's take palms together at the heart, Tadasana. Now step back onto the ball of the right foot. So just step that foot back a little bit. Doesn't have to be too far. Reach the arms up. Notice how the back of your body feels. And then we'll take the weight into the left foot. Begin to slowly draw that right knee up towards chest. Maybe take hands to that right shin. Round through the back, curl yourself in. And then re-extend the arms back up. Step right foot back behind you. And then step the right foot forward, coming back through your Tadasana. Switch it to the other side. Step that left foot back, come onto ball of that left foot. Arms reach up. Noticing how your back body feels, and then we'll root down into that right foot. Begin to slowly draw that left knee up towards chest. Hands come down to that knee or shin. Maybe you round through the back a little bit. Curl yourself down towards that left knee. And then release. Come back through Tadasana, palms back together at the heart. Step that right foot back again, come up onto ball of that right foot. Now this time let's lift the arms up, cactus the arms, lift up through the heart, activate through the back body, squeeze the shoulders towards each other, shoulder blades towards each other. Press down into the ball of that right foot, and then slowly count of 10, we'll begin to release that right heel down to the mat. Arms will come forward as you release through the back body, and then arms will come down. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms come down, heel lands. Again, let's reach the arms up, cactus the arms, roll up onto ball of right foot, press down into that foot. Hug the shoulder blades together. And again, for count of 10, we relax the right heel down to the mat. Arms will slowly release and come down. Back body releases. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's do that one more time. Again, roll up onto ball of the right foot. Reach the arms up, cactus the arms, pull the arms back, elbows back, heart lifts. You find that The shoulders retracting towards each other behind you, and then we slowly release for count of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's step that right foot forward. We'll do this on the other side now. So step that left foot back, come on to ball of the left foot. Reach the arms up, cactus the arms. Elbows pull back, shoulder blades draw together, heart lifts. And then we slowly release for 10. Heel drops to the mat, arms release and come back down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, we lift the arms up, roll up onto ball of left foot. And for 10, we release. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's reach the arms up again. Last time. Cactus arms, shoulder blades retract, and then slowly we release it down. Heel lowers, arms come down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's step it back up. Reach the arms up. Fold yourself in, forward fold, and then halfway lift to that flat back. Plant your hands down on the mat and step yourself back into plank. Drop your knees down to the mat. Lower yourself all the way down to the belly. Hug the arms in, lift up baby cobra or cobra, your choice. Release yourself down, tuck toes. Press into the hands, glide the hips up and back to your downward dog. Crouch down. Now send the right leg up for a three-legged dog. Bend that right knee right underneath your body. Shift yourself forward to a core plank, squeezing that knee up towards chest, pressing down through the hands, and then step that left foot up. Right foot up to that right thumb. Drop that left heel to the mat. Hug the right hip back. Peel yourself up. We'll bring it into a warrior one, pressing down through the back heel. Rib cage facing up towards top of your mat. Option to smile now or anytime throughout your practice. And let's take hands down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. And then we'll lower knees down to the mat. Slowly release yourself down, pubic bone, belly, torso. Hug elbows in, we lift up, cobra or baby cobra, and release down, tuck toes. Press into hands and glide it up and back into your downward dog. Bend your knees and crouch down. Now send that left leg up. Three-legged dog, bend that left knee, bring it under the body, shift yourself forward, core plank, and step that left foot through to the left thumb. Drop the right heel this time. Hug the left hip back. Press into your feet. Lift yourself up. Front knee bends. Arms reach up. You press out through that back heel. And then hands come down to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. And then if you like, you can drop knees down to the mat. Lower yourself down to the belly. Move through your cobra, or you could take it into a chaturanga and then into an upward dog. So if you're moving into chaturanga, roll forward on toes, bend your elbows, lower yourself about halfway-ish down, keeping shoulders above level of elbows. Come on to tops of feet. Keep the thighs lifted. Pull the heart forward. Upward dog. And then we meet back. Inner downward dog. Step or hop yourself back up to the top of the mat. Fold it in. Forward fold. Press into the feet. Reach up. And then palms come together at the heart. We'll reach the arms up, fold in, halfway lift, plant the hands, step it back into plank. Now you find your vinyasa here, whatever feels right for you today. And then we'll meet back in our downward dog. Crouch yourself down, let's send left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, shift forward, and then step that left foot through. We'll drop the right heel, press into your feet, hug in through the legs, lift the arms up, bend that front knee. And then from here, we'll take the weight into that front foot. Step, hop, slide that back foot in. Draw that knee up towards chest. And then step that ball of the right foot back behind you. Lift the arms up. And then we'll cactus the arms. And this time as you cactus the arms, lift that right leg up and back behind you. So we're coming into sort of a little baby warrior three-ish, but keeping the heart lifted. And then arms come down slowly. You step that right foot back to the mat and bring yourself back into warrior one. And then take hands down to the mat. Step yourself back into plank. Find your flow. Meet back in our downward dog. Crouch down, send right leg up. And that right knee, shift forward, core plank, step right foot through. Drop that left heel, peel the right hip back, lift it up, warrior one. And then release arms down, take weight into that front foot, step, hop, slide, left foot forward, draw knee up towards chest. And then step onto the ball of that left foot, reach arms up. And then we'll cactus the arms, lift that left leg up and back behind you. Shoulder blades retract again, heart reaches forward and up. And then arms come down slowly, you step that left foot back to the mat, bend the right knee, reach the arms up. And then hands come down to the mat, step yourself back to plank, find your flow. Meeting in downward dog. From here, walk your hands back to meet your feet. Forward fold at the back of the mat. Give your head a nod, shake, hips a little rock or sway. And then bring yourself to center, hands to hips. Lift all the way up. We'll take weight into left foot. Release the hands down and draw that right knee up towards chest. And then from here, we'll sweep the right leg behind you, reach the arms up, cactus arms, keeping the heart lifted. So another sort of warrior three modification. And then release arms, draw the knee up towards the chest. Release that foot down. Let's take the weight into that right foot. Soften down through that right knee. Reach the arms up, send that left leg back. Cactus arms, heart reaches forward. And then we'll release it back. Release the left foot down to the mat. And then let's soften down through left knee again, left leg, left foot grounding down into the earth. Now this time let's bend the right knee and draw that foot up right behind your bum. You can reach back with the right hand, grab a hold of that foot if that works for you. Or you could just hug that foot up towards your bum. And you can reach the left arm up along the ear. You can stay here. Or you can begin to slowly begin to tilt the torso forward, reach out through the left fingers and send that right leg up and back behind you into that right hand, finding a king dancer pose. And then we slowly bring it back up. Release that right foot. Release left arm down. Other side, root down into that right foot. Bend that left knee, tuck it up behind your bum, reach back, grab a hold of that foot, or just act as if. Right arm reaches up along the ear. Stay right here, or begin to tilt the torso forward. Send that left foot back behind you. Find your drishti or focal point, your gazing point. And then slowly bring it back up. Release that foot. Release right arm down. Let's take the arms out to the sides and up. Palms together. Fold yourself back in. Bend your knees. Get your hands down on the mat and walk yourself back out into a down dog. And then find movement or find some stillness here. Descending the heels towards the mat, and just notice if you feel any more spaciousness through your back body. Maybe the heels come a little bit closer to the floor now, or not. Pedal out the legs. Drop knees down to the mat. Bring your bum back to your heels. Arms reach forward, roll up onto finger pads, child's pose. And then bring yourself back to sit on your heels and drop over to one hip, swing your legs around. Grab one of your blocks and we'll move into a supported bridge pose. And we will close out our practice there. So you can again find your way into this hook lying position, feet on the mat, knees pointing up towards ceiling. Press into your feet, lift up your hips, tuck your block underneath you, and you can put the block on whatever height feels good for you. I have mine on the lowest height right now. That feels good for me right now. You lower the sacrum down onto the block. And then you can close the eyes down. Let go of effort. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with ourselves. And now you can stay just like this, or if you would like, turn the palms to face down or grab the outer edges of your mat. Bend your knees, line your knees up over your hips, and either stay here with the knees bent or begin to extend your legs all the way up towards the ceiling. Coming into this supported inversion, legs up the wall without the wall. And then if you like, give the feet a little point flex action or roll the ankles around again. Relax your shoulders, check in with your jaw, relax your jaw. And then slowly bend the knees, lower feet down to the mat, press into your feet, pluck at your block, push it off to the side, lower yourself down, draw knees into your chest, inner legs together again, hands to knees or shins, couple more circles, circling the knees around, finding this little low back sacral massage. And then switch direction of your circles. And bring yourself to center. Roll over to one side. And slowly press yourself up. Back into a seated position. Let's
Take arms wide. Cross the arms over your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You can drop your chin down towards the chest. Give yourself some love, a little hug. Open arms wide. Arms crossed. Other arm on top this time. Drop the chin down towards chest. Give yourself some love, a little squeeze. Thank yourself for showing up, spending this time with yourself. And then release, palms together at the heart. Thank you so very much for sharing this practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.